Should we go to 4-day work weeks in this country?
I mean, yeah. Avi. I think we should.
The Beto's burrito was amazing yesterday. Beto's. I can never say it right. Beto's burrito was amazing. But listen, I'm telling you right now, a 4-day work week would be amazing.
Okay.
I already work 10 hours a day.
So lay out our average day. Let's start there.
Like this morning, my alarm went off at 4:30. Got up, took a shower, brush my teeth, take my vitamins.
And ashwagandha.
Vacuum myself. I did what I do in the morning.
Lidocaine and B12.
This morning, it was take my vitamins, take my ashwagandha, take my vitamin C, take my Dayquil cough. So by that time, it's 5:10.
5:10.
5:10.
Yeah, that's how awake you are in the morning.
Then the blood-sucking leech walks through the front door.
Thank you. Yes.
Then Jake shows up at about 5:15. We are in the studio no later than 5:20. We do.
Yeah, I know what time it is.
We do this show till 8, generally. And then immediately we pivot into Yelp ads, MFR. We put cards on file all day until about 6 o'clock.
I'm going to do that.
Then we don't watch Jazz basketball. Then we go to bed and we do it all over again.
You're casual.
So if I'm in bed by 9-ish, my day essentially I'm running an 18-hour day.
Literally.
It is what it is. I sleep about 6 hours a night.
Just saying. So,
would I want 4 10-hour work days like a lot of Europe does? Yes.
How great would it be to just have to do the show on Fridays and not have to Yelp?
Could you imagine? Do you know how much more snowboarding I would get in? I would love it. I would sleep on Friday. I would do the show at like 8 instead of 6 something. I'd get an extra hour of sleep. It would be remarkable.
Yeah.
My quality of life working 4 10-hour days at the full-time 9-to-5er would be exponentially
Well, let's
better.
be honest. For us, it's 4 15-hour days. Let's be honest. That's what it is.
Quentin Moyer says, only casuals don't watch the Jazz suck ass. Correct.
You're casual.
Suck ass.
Correct. That was a really good, Quentin.
Bro.
I was telling my wife last night, we were watching Catfish, the show Catfish.
Oh.
And I was like, I just can't watch the Jazz right now. I can't bring, even though Devin Booker, my guy, again, why do I watch fans only? I don't. I have Devin Booker highlights.
I want more.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. So we flipped on Catfish and I went to sleep. It was
Suckmyass.com.
Anyway, the point is, it is hard to watch the Jazz right now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I would love 4 10-hour days.
Yeah.
Imagine your 9-to-5 job being an 8 to 6 job, 4 days a week. Could you do that?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do it right now. Yes. Yes, I could do that. Yes, that would be amazing. 4 10s would be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it is something that we should absolutely talk about. We should not work Fridays.
Yeah.
And I'm not in favor of working, having Monday off. I want it to be Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're off, pound box, go snowboarding, eat burritos, go to bed. Do it again.
I mean, it seems pretty straightforward to me.
And I don't understand why in this country we do this. Everybody else in the world has reasonable, sick time, vacation time, work hours, and they're all more productive. I got to take ashwagandha just to relieve my stress. There's a link
Americans
in the description. Go ahead, read the description. There's affiliate links below on the podcast and on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
And by the way, if you're here right now, please give us a thumbs up. But I would love 4 10-hour days. I think the quality of life, in all seriousness, your quality of life, your quality of sleep, your quality of working out, spending time with your kids, spending time with your wife, more time in the hot tub, more time to make your yard look great, more time to take a 3-day weekend to Tahoe or Denver.
Come on, man.
Why not?
Why wouldn't we do that? When studies and research show that companies that go with 4 10-hour workdays get more productivity in those 4 days than everybody else who works 5 8-hour days. It makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I would love it. I mean, I honestly, for us, it would be ideal. So.
Well, Brylark makes an excellent point. Brylark says it's called capitalism, Monty. We are slaves to the companies who give their executives 7-figure bonuses. But what do I always say on this show, Brylark? What do we talk about all the time?
Yep.
If you're collecting a paycheck, you're doing it wrong.
I'm going to say this again.
A paycheck is the drug they give you to make you forget about your dreams. Period.
I'm going to say this again.
That's what this is. And I'm telling you right now, every day that we punch a clock, every day that we go to Yelp, every day that we go to everywhere that we all go to do our jobs, we're giving away another day of our life.
Yep.
You're fucking giving away another day of your life.
Come on, man.
Now, in exchange for that, I make well north of 6 figures. I do really well. I live in a beautiful house. I live in a beautiful community. I drive a twin turbo V6. Like, I have a good life. I want more. I want a better life. I want to work when I want to work. I want to make residual income. I want more. Yeah, I want to own a dozen Jack in the Boxes.
Yeah, dude.
I want to work whenever the fuck I feel like working, and I want to sit home when I feel like sitting home. I want to be in Norway snowboarding right now. I don't want to be sitting in my studio getting ready to go work at Yelp. And I love Yelp. Yelp treats me really well. I just won another award at Yelp back here on the shelf.
Just so you can go to Pound Town.
You know, like, I love Yelp. It is a great place to work. You need a job? Hit me up. DM me. I'll get you a job at Yelp.
Yeah.
I don't want to work there anymore. I want to be in Norway snowboarding, and I want to check my email and see. I want to count my money.
Yeah.
Meet me in the Maldives, and we'll count our Jack in the Box money. That's the life I want.
And by the way, we can have an ultimate cheeseburger because that's what matters.
And by the way, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can do right now today. Like, this is why I bought this investment property.
Yeah.
I want to leverage it to open a Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that going to be in Utah or Sault Ste. Marie? I don't know yet. But I'm going to do it. And I'm telling you, my life, and I'm very fortunate. I'm married to a woman that supports that, and gravy trainer over here, you know.
Gravy trainer over here.
You know, coattail riding mofo over here.
Dude, I fucking nuked my life 2 years ago to get up here, and now we're ready to launch. Okay, so I don't want to hear any gravy training.
Okay, you nuked your life. So you broke up with her over text after she gave you COVID.
They texted.
And essentially told you that you were going to have enough kids to field a football team.
And as you can see, I'm going through some shit right now.
And you nuked your life?
Yes.
Okay, well, you did that. I had nothing to do with that.
Right, but I'm saying I'm not a gravy trainer.
No, that's true. You're not. It's just fun insulting you. Makes me feel
of this is inaccurate.
better about myself as a man. Anyway, the point is...
So get your facts straight.
But you did live in my basement.
Yeah, for like 10 minutes, I slept on an air mattress while I had the vid.
For a week. Oh, my God. Jeremy Bolton says, will the combo number 10 meal at the Jack in the Box come with a side of E. coli? It won't.
We're getting somewhere.
Telling you right now. Jeremy, if you text me ahead of time and tell me you want a number 10, I can include some E. coli.
Some E. coli.
James says self-indulgent much? Not enough. I want to be all self-indulgent. That's it.
Bro, James, why are you hating today, bro? What's up,
and where
bro?
is my 4X gold?
Yeah, why are you hating today, man? Why are you on the hate train?
Chris Carnes says, I have worked from home for 18 years. What's a 9 to 5? My man. You get it. You get it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, see, in Chris Carn, that's why I really relate to your thought process. Like, Chris Carn and I don't know each other. I handed him a smoker because he listens to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And we've DM'd a couple of times. But we talk about things like he sent me an audio book that I'm listening to. We're like, it's a good book. We're on the same page. Like, that's the mentality
Literally.
you have to have. Grow wealth so your family never suffers or struggles. Grow wealth and seed the idea that you should be empowered to chase any passion that you have. The only thing that I care about right now, is hookers and blow. But that was a joke. I was kidding. The only thing I care about right now is retiring soon. I'm going to be 49 in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to work until I'm 70.
It's really unfair.
I want people to work for me while I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Make me money while I sleep. That's what I want. And so my kid doesn't have to work, and the next, like that, their infrastructure. I'd love to have a dozen Jack in the Boxes in a family trust that I can hand down to Jake, who can then hand that down to his kid after he grows it to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then he hands it to his kid, and like, we're creating generational wealth.
Yeah.
But the Fed raising rates almost screwed me yesterday. That was not good. Did you guys see that?
And he will every single time.
They're going to raise rates in March.
To what?
they haven't said exactly what the percentage point will be, but excuse me, buying this rental property, talking to my mortgage guy yesterday, we were talking about Fed rates, and we were talking about, because everything I'm doing right now is pointed at one end goal that I'm not going to talk about, but it's pointed at one end goal. So me and my guy Devery were talking about that. And he was saying, well, hey, I would actually go, because I qualify based on credit, I qualify for the lowest rate. So we were talking about not taking the lowest rate and why that's the right thing to do. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's just right now a very critical time in your life. I hope you understand that. Doesn't matter what your situation is. Trust me when I say it's a critical time in your life, because the world is changing pretty dramatically right now.
Yeah.
And those that have will have more. And those that don't try to acquire and have will not have more. If you are going to sit tight and spin your wheels in the current situation that you're in, you're never going to get out of it. Because the hole is getting deeper. The hill is actually getting steeper. That's the scary part about it.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know, like, it is really difficult to.
And I think there's a lot of people who are my age who are, you know, just not.
But what does that mean?
Like, there are a lot of people my age who, like, I'm in a unique situation because of my age and how much money I'm able to make at Yelp, right? That's a unique situation to be in. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, yeah, I'm the best and all that. I just, you know, we stumbled upon Yelp 2 years ago, and we've turned it into an amazing opportunity on a monthly basis to make money. I think that the average person who's 28 or whatever, and, you know, is probably married and probably has kids at this point, is not in that situation and is probably under $100,000 a year in income, which means that it's going to be really hard to buy a house and afford your life. That's what I think. I think, you know, your average person isn't going out looking for income property.
If you are 25 and you're making $50,000 or more, you need to really dig in and make a hell of a lot more than $50,000. And I cannot tell you how many millennials I talk to at Yelp who don't have a concept of what could be. And one of the amazing things, Gesundheit.
Thank you.
One of the amazing things that I'm fortunate enough to do is, like, Mrs. Monty and I talk about this all the time. Like, we're not just sitting here hoping for the best, right? Like, and Jake and I talk about this a lot. We're not just sitting here kind of chilling. Like, I think if you're making good money, you have to understand that, and you have to go after more.
Yeah.
You have to. I was talking to my boss yesterday, and I said, it's just not going to, I'm not here to do what I did last year. I want more.
Yeah.
I need more. You know? Yeah, exactly right, Brylark. Where's I'm going through some shit drop. Like, I'm trying, I really.
And as you can see, I'm going through some shit right now.
Yeah, I really feel like right now I'm in this weird spot in my life where I'm uneasy. I've never been more financially stable than I am now. I am 100% out of debt. I am not spending my money. But in a couple of weeks here, I'm going to cut a $50,000 check on an investment property. And I'm terrified of it. My wife said to me yesterday, why? We're fine. We're going to hand a title company 50 G's in 2 weeks, probably, or 3 weeks. That's terrifying to me.
I'm for real.
And then my wife whips it out and slaps me in the face and says, hey,
I'm a fucking unit.
we're fine.
Wait, she didn't say that.
She didn't
She didn't say that,
say
by
the
the way.
unit part. But we're fine. But it's that little moment in time. And I don't mean to preach or get crazy about it, but there's that little moment when you're making a big decision, and put yourself in this spot. Think about the last really big decision. Maybe it was getting engaged, asking her to marry you. At the moment where your wife said, hey, honey, we need to talk, I'm pregnant. Right? Think about those big foundational moments in your life.
Yeah.
And you felt that little flutter or lightness in your chest. And your senses stand up, and you're like, you're in that moment where you have to do something. Do you go and do what needs to be done, or do you like, well, I'm going to pull back and think about this for a minute? And I'm a big believer, and I do it. When I'm in that moment, I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. We're writing an offer on this place. And we talked about this over the weekend when we were looking at condos and houses to buy for investments, and we were going to write an offer. And we were looking at one particular place. And we were like, hey, are you going to do it? Because if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And you just have to get over that moment in time where that fight or flight thing is going off in your brain and in your chest. You just got to hit the gas. Because when you don't hit the gas, a lot of times that becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And our decisions are all made based on habits. We make decisions based on habits. We build confidence based on those decisions that create habits. So we're making decisions based on habits. And again, I will tell you, and I know I've said this 100 times, but confidence works both ways. When you tell yourself, I can, I am, it's awesome, I'm the best, it's no difference. You're building confidence. It's no different than saying, I can't, I won't, I'm not good enough, I'm not, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this. You're just building confidence. Are you building it in the right direction or are you building it in the wrong direction? Because all you're doing is building confidence. And I'm telling you, when you get in that moment and you're like, no, I can't do it, I won't do it, I can't do it, I can't. You need to put a hard stop in it and you need to go and do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. At some point, you have to do it because if you continue to do what you've always done, you're going to get
what you've always gotten.
It's that simple. Brylark, exactly right. All gas, no brakes. Brylark, are you calling for drops now?
Yeah, dude. Like, how do you, like, where's all this coming from, bro? Like, how do you know all these?
Correct.
All gas, no brake.
Ian says those are the best moments. Yeah, it really is. And Ian, you're exactly right. If you'll embrace those big moments in your life and really command those moments, when the people in your life, when you and the people in your life need you to make a decision, make the decision, live with the consequences, do what needs to be done. It changes you. It really transforms who you are as a human.
Yeah.
Because it rewrites your brain like you are. And I'm a big believer in, I can't remember who said it. I can't remember who said it, but essentially, when you make big decisions and you take on big things in your life, you remap your brain. You remap decision making. You remap. It's almost as though you're formatting your DNA. That I am a player. I'm a guy that's going to do things because I am a guy that's doing things.
Yeah.
To me, there's no better place in life to be than right in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it is easy to collect. I make really good money at Yelp. My wife makes phenomenal money at her job. Like,
yeah, if we didn't want to, we'd never have to have another job again.
It's really
we would
easy.
Just be able to stay there for 30 years.
It'd be really easy to collect a check. I have excellent benefits. I have stocks. I have, it'd be super easy to just do what we do. But that's never been who I am. It's just not who I am. Ian says I gave almost the exact pitch to an interview the other day. Got good mindset. Have to have it.
Yeah.
Have to have it. Greg Hawkins, exactly right. I don't like work, but I do like money. Exactly right. James Knight says, why am I visualizing herds of people in white gowns fixated on Monty's every word?
Herds of people in white gowns.
It's a flock, man. People, you're sheeple. Jeremy Bolton says, I may be the outlier, but my wife and I both have 9-to-5s, work from home, have 3 young kids, and love all the time we get to have with our kids. I like the stability.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's tough, man. It is. And that's tough to walk away from. Jeremy, and if that's your life, hey, dude, do it.
I don't personally think there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all.
I think that I think, when you're at that point, I think you've made your decision. You've made your bed, and that's fine. I don't have any issue with that. But for me, I've always been the guy who's like, I don't want to lose my flexibility. I don't want to lose my ability to just go and do whatever I want to do. Yeah. And that's what I hold dearest, I guess.
The hard thing about that 9-to-5 collecting a paycheck is there's a lot of people who egotistically cannot embrace that. And you just have to embrace it. There's real value in that. And I think that if you are somebody that wants to be a 9-to-5 and you want to collect a paycheck and you want to collect a pension at the end of the day, embrace that, do that. Build your life, facilitate the future. Whatever that future is, if you're a 9-to-5 guy and you're putting money away and you have an IRA and a Roth and you're doing what you need to do for your future, hey, Jeremy, there's nothing wrong with that. Embrace it, build that infrastructure, put yourself in a position to succeed with that. That's valuable, right? But I think for me, that's just not been my thing ever. And it's what made my transition out of the talk radio business very difficult. I never wanted to leave that behind because it pays really well, but there's no stability in it. But I love being on the radio. I love talking to people every day. And it was really difficult to leave that behind.
Yeah.
But man, the freedom that comes with leaving that behind, the freedom that comes from taking risks and failing, the freedom that comes from learning from those failures and growing and getting closer with my wife and working together to build a vision for what we want our lives to be like and what we're working towards. There's nothing better than that, man. And I think, Jeremy, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Quentin Moyer says, I'm in college to get my broadcast journalism degree, and money is a problem right now. Stop going to college and start creating content.
Yeah.
You know, and I say this to I talk to a lot of people that are wanting to do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Create content, Quentin. If money is a problem, make more money.
Let me propose this question, and I don't mean it from a place of hating on your plan. What is a journalism degree going to do for you that creating content can't? What do you need to be taught? You need to be taught how to use a mixer. You need to be taught how to formulate a topic. You need to be taught how to find information and write articles. I got news for you, bro. YouTube.com. All of that's available to you.
Seriously, and
I am a big proponent of college isn't for everybody. I think college is for a select few, particularly in the medical and legal field.
Yeah.
And I think that college is glorified more than it is useful for about 95% of people.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to go and find the information you need to make what you want happen. You have to be willing to do that.
James Knight says, all donations to be sent to the Church of Monty, P.O. Box Luca's mom. Exactly right. Jared Jensen says, hire Craven Moorhead to be the next coach of the Jazz. I mean, he's qualified. He's qualified.
Craven Moorhead is one of the best things I've ever heard out of the comment section.
Giggity says, you're wrong about the white gowns. We're in new sweet black T-shirts. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Greg Hawkins says, I'm not into the 9 to 5 personally, but I do like the structure. The most difficult aspect of irregular hours for me is managing my own time. Managing your own time is very challenging. Very challenging. If you ever just audit your day, minute by minute, one day. Don't do it. You'll terrify yourself. Content is king, Greg says. Consistency will get you there. You can make pretty decent money from your own phone. Yeah, you can. Quentin Moyer says, my dream is to be on ESPN and talk sports. Been wanting to do it since I was a kid. And luckily, my high school let me be a commentator at games. So it's been helping me, and I'm thinking about doing a podcast. Don't think about it.
Yeah,
Stop
so here's the
thinking
thing
about
with
it.
that. Here's the thing with that. And I love the passion. Here would be my advice, though. You need to understand where places like ESPN are at right now, right? It's harder than it's ever been to be a 25-year-old kid with a journalism degree that gets into ESPN. That's just not the culture and where things are at right now. And I would tell you that the more you go down that path, the harder it's going to be for you financially because they're not willing to pay. What I would tell you is find a 9 to 5, but then build a podcast, grow a podcast, and it doesn't need to be, dude, we've been doing this podcast for going on 6 years now, right? I remember there are people who listen to the show that remember the beginning days when we had, a tiny little Mevo when it first came out. We were doing the show on Periscope with an iPad and 2 mics. Right? Like this show what you see now is 5 years in the making. So it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But I would tell you everything you need to know to do a podcast is online. You don't need whatever college you're going to for that.
Stop thinking about making a podcast and start making a podcast.
Yeah.
Do it on your phone. Do it on your phone. If you don't have a YouTube channel, create a YouTube channel right now. Right now. Because the quickest way to making money on YouTube is 1,000 subscribers. Because then you can monetize your content, right? Like it's not rocket science. It's taken us years to get this podcast to 10,000 listeners a day, but we've done it. We've done it because we do it consistently.
Yeah.
And you know what, Quentin? If you don't have a LinkedIn account, make a LinkedIn account and connect with me, and let's talk. I'm happy to lend you whatever advice you would want to take from me, and I've been exactly where you are, and I've done exactly what you're trying to do. I've worked at ESPN, man, and it's a great place to be. But the road to get there is very rocky, and it is full of potholes, and there's a lot of easy mistakes to make. So hit me up. That's it. Show's over. We got to roll because we have to go to 9 to 5 now. Make sure you hit subscribe on this channel here to win this Xbox Series X. If you buy a t-shirt from us, $25, you get 5 entries for everybody else's 1. Find me on TikTok. I'm giving away a PS5 on TikTok on our show channel, The Monty Show, MONTY The Monty Show _ on TikTok. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.